apart from Vera, and who's very alive, and Deborah Dixon is also alive, but all of them have, sadly.
Don't worry, I will take care. And
so anybody who who even if it's somebody who hated working with him, it's fine. It's still a story, and it's still interesting for me to hear how he was on set, and particularly backstage of fashion, because I know he was difficult. He was very demanding. So I'm. Definitely. And I know he went to Egypt, but I don't know to do what. So I'm intrigued. But anyway, so to talk about so he met this lady. He was married. He was married to many women, but one of his last wife was very ill. That's not a very likable side of him, but he was very angry because she was obviously in a bad mood because she was very ill. And that got a bit, and this lasted for a good 2 years, so he got a bit impatient because he was very impatient. And this lady arrived in his life. She had very long hair, grey, Catalan, very Catalan, and a bit like a witch. She had, in a good way, but she had that kind of vampiric kind of. She kind of envoûtait him. And they became very good friends, and I think my father was dying to have a way out. He was living with a woman who was not well, and he met this woman who was probably my age, and they kind of fell in love. I mean, that's the undertext. And she has problems with her father, so she completely projected a whole thing on my father. And she's a filmmaker, and they decided for 2 years that she would follow him around and film everything. And he completely opened up, because that's how he didn't like journalists, he didn't like talking. But if somebody had trust, particularly if he was a beautiful woman, he would just talk away. And he was brilliant. He was very, very clever. And they talked about everything, about life, about women, about his mother, a lot about his mother, and photography and fashion, literally everything, animals, trees, everything. Then she made a film out of it. She made what they called des instants. It's like des instants of his life. So it's a very pretty title. And we have like 10 instants. Then he died. No, then I arrived, and he by then his wife had died, and by then he just moved on and met again Vera. That's it. Then Vera again arrived, which was probably 85, and he was 88. And they fell madly in love again, and so that réalisatrice was out of the picture because he had better to do with Vera, and he was crossing the world to meet Vera everywhere. And I arrived from London, and I saw those bits of film. I said, "This is fantastic. We should do something with it." So we started showing it. So we showed it à la MEP, Grand Palais, Paris Photo, in the photo crowd, right. In the little very photo crowd. And it was very exciting. And they went to the Louvre. And then he got ill, then COVID, then he died. It went very, very fast. And then, to be honest, she got a bit tricky. She
Vera.
became... the réalisatrice. Okay. She became very possessive of the film. And I don't know how to explain, but I really wanted to do things with her, but I think because she felt frustrated that my father hadn't recognized her enough and hadn't be grateful enough. Obviously, like it happens a lot, I became the
recipient.
Yeah, which has happened a lot. Like a lot of women. I mean, it's not nice to say it, but a lot of women who are still alive who knew my father, they can't stand me. And I have a lot of problems with them. They come and they insult me, or they get very upset because I haven't put their name or I haven't done this, and I'm like, it's not me, it's my father. I'm not responsible for him not behaving well. That's just him. But they didn't have the courage to tell him, and so they're having a go at me. Anyway, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Anyway, but to say that the relationship with her is difficult. And I haven't got access to it. Right now, we got to the point where we actually have a lawyer, because she has 2 years of footage on him. She has everything. And I want it.
Sure.
And I'm ready to buy it. And I'm ready to mention her name. Like I will, the idea is not to get riddance of her. The idea is to mention her name and to honor what she's done. But I don't want this to be sleeping in a cupboard because it's really beautiful. There's a lot of materials to be done in a new montage or using what she's done. Anyways, I would like to have, in exchange of money, I would have to have the freedom to use it also like the Musée du Jeu de Paume. It's a shame they couldn't use it, for example. So this is where we are at.
Okay.
Which means that by September, it will definitely not be resolved because...
Right.
But I'm very optimistic because it's only been a few months. Before I was trying to do it on a personal level, and it didn't go very well because she thinks she's the daughter, and she became it went very personal. So I had to take some distance. But now that we have lawyers, I think it will go very well because she wants money. I just want the footage. I want to respect her work. I want to put her name, and it will go very well. So that's. If I have a reason to, I find it exciting because if then I would get a monteuse or a monteur, I don't know, to do something with this material, and it's magical. Everything could be done.
Sounds amazing.
Sounds amazing, no? There's even a scene apparently that I've never seen. Because they were very, very intimate together, and he was very playful. And one day, apparently, they kind of challenge each other, and they started filming each other because he loved filming or taking pictures of each other, like giving his camera. He did this a lot, and they got both naked, and they both filmed each other naked, in a kind of, in a playful way, and I think it's really. He had this thing, he was very.
But it's not possible. Okay, that is a beautiful idea.
Yeah, so this is daydreaming.
Yeah,
but it will happen.
But do you have something already, like un documentaire already done that we can project?
So we have.
But you said that the ones you have is very.
They're traditional. They're super traditional.
It was made for TV or something.
Yeah, Arte did one.
Yeah.
There's Arte. Mathilde, excuse-moi. Pardon. Oh, qu'est-ce qu'il est mignon là quand il fait ça.